Well, hello, all of you beautiful people out there in Minecraft land. How are you today? I am fantastic. Thanks for asking. Did you ask? Yes, I hope. By now, you've asked. You've asked the question. My name is Vid. Welcome back to another very exciting episode on the IgnitorSMP server. We have got some very exciting things to do today. But first, a word from our very important sponsor.
When I came to this small village many months ago, I came alone and with nothing but the clothes on my back. I've worked hard to create farms and thriving industry, delivered quality products at amazing prices, and built a successful business of which I can be proud. But now, it's time to give back to the community. And that's why, today, I'm announcing the creation of the VidMC Mentorship Program and Small Business Fund. I'll take entrepreneurs under my wing and guide them so they can thrive in today's harsh business climate. Like Paul here. When I met Paul, he was just a child with big hopes and dreams. Today, he's the first recipient of a VidMC grant, which has allowed him to build a shop, maintain a solid inventory, and provide delicious pies to everyone. But he's not the only one. Paul's family and friends are here in my state-of-the-art facility where they are learning the skills needed to survive and thrive in the corporate world. When you shop at Power Incorporated, you're supporting business, large and small, and giving back to people like Paul. This message was paid for by friends of VidMC.
But the first thing we need to do is check out our mailbox because we can see our lime green beacon is on, and that can mean only one thing, that we have mail. And oh my goodness, what mail we have. 64 diamonds plus another 4 diamonds plus another 12 diamonds. Actually, I know exactly what these are. Stylish has actually commissioned a new set of armor for 68 diamonds, so that's for him, and this 12 diamonds is going to be for us to produce another set of bottles of enchanting for his machine. We also got something called an igniter coin. I don't remember exactly what that is. Wait a minute, yes I do. Random put that in his video. He's got a shop now selling items for igniter coins, and I think it's 4 igniter coins for a diamond or something like that. So now you can buy things for a quarter of a diamond. So that's actually pretty cool. I got a shulker box of raw cod, which is, always good. Hey, I know somebody who would appreciate a shulker box of raw cod. Maybe you do too. And Paul's Pies now open at spawn. Let's take a quick peek over at Paul's Pies. This is Paul's Pies, which you saw in my little promotional video. Paul has received a grant, Paul the Pie Man, for starting his own small business. And here we go, 3 stacks of pie for 1 diamond. That is an incredible price, actually. That's actually much cheaper than Power Incorporated is selling golden carrots, which is a diamond per stack, and even cheaper than this over here. 2 stacks of pork chops for a diamond, but here you get 3 pies. So, wow, good deal. I hope lots of people come and shop at your shop because right now that is the best deal for food on the server. So let's come over to Stylish's mailbox because, as I mentioned, Stylish actually commissioned us to create a brand new set of armor for him, and check this out. It's all netherite. The chest plate has fire protection 4, mending and unbreaking on it. The boots, fire protection 4, mending and unbreaking. The helmet, aqua affinity, fire protection, mending, respiration 3, unbreaking 3, and the boots, depth strider 3, feather falling 4, fire protection 4, mending and unbreaking 3, and all of that, full netherite, everything was 68 diamonds. So that is a heck of a deal for Stylish. Let's get that into his mailbox. I think that's probably the best place for it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And hey, look at that. He's got Paul's Pies as well as an igniter coin. Perhaps the customer is always right. Yes, that's a good sentiment. And by the way, the reason I went from 100 levels down to only 4 levels is because of the amazing armor that I actually built for Stylish Thought. And here we are back at Stylish Thoughts Base because we have to refill the XP totem. Are we completely out? Oh, it's not even completely out. Well, that's okay. I've got another full shulker box here of bottles of enchanting that we can restock for him. So let's get that. Maybe about half of them in there. That fills up that chest. Maybe another half over here. I hope we can fit them all on this machine. If not, we might have to expand the storage a little bit. Oh, perfect. Perfectly aligned. So now his machine is completely full. I wanted to take a quick moment to talk about court. That's right. The court cases actually happened. Well, one of them did, and it happened in this beautiful courtroom here, built by Captain Ronnie, that I've shown off before, and I really enjoyed it. I wanted to actually show you all of the things that happened in our court, but it was just too much for, like, this episode. I've already done so much, and there's still so much more to do. Even if this episode ends up a little shorter than normal, that's because you're going to get, later this week, a special episode, which is a court episode, where you will see pretty much in its entirety the court proceedings. I'll try to do a little bit of editing to it because it's long. I think we recorded for over an hour. But yeah, you're going to get court. So you're going to see exactly what happened when we were in court.
Later.
In the last video, I told you guys that I would be working on some villager stuff. And you might have seen from the little promo video thing that was earlier in this episode that I have actually been pretty busy doing some stuff. So let me actually give you a quick tour of what's going on here. So against this main wall, I have a whole row of villagers, and I did actually miscount. There is 23 along the wall. And then I have 16 along this wall. Now, these 16 are not yet accounted for. Another 23 on this wall, and you can see I have some dirt here. It turns out putting villagers in this configuration right here, they do cause some overlap when you try to put like a workstation down in front of them. Like, for example, if I put a lectern down in front of this guy might accidentally see it. He can't quite get to it, but it screws up this guy's AI, so he can't actually pick it. So what I've been doing is putting down these sort of little, like, dirt columns here, and then what I do is I step inside and I block it off, and then I put the lectern down, and then I can do the thing where I cycle the lectern several times until I get the trades that I want. So these guys, I'm getting some good trades again. I'm kind of duplicating some of the trades I already had from my other villagers of the base. That one was Fortune 3. This guy's Silk Touch. What's this guy? Aquafinity. You know, just the basics. I've got another 23 villagers that I can do along this whole wall, so I'll get lots there. This side, all clerics. That's right, because I want to use these guys for a couple very special purposes. Number one, they trade redstone, so I can get all kinds of redstone. Number two, lapis, all kinds of lapis. Number three, glowstone. And of course, number four, the bottles O enchanting, which I am a big fan of. I can use those, and I can build XP machines like the one at Stylish's base. And did I say farmers? Yeah, I guess I started at the farmers. So, yeah, farmers. And these guys, every single one of them, I've cycled their trades enough times that they all trade as their very first trade potatoes and carrots. Plus, most of them have the pumpkin and melon trade. They don't all have both trades. All of them have at least one of those two trades. But, yeah, my superstars, of course, have both, but not all of them do. But they all have the carrots and potatoes. And that is very convenient because I have all those farms way upstairs. And there you can see stuff falling right now from those farms. They're all now hooked up to this automated system. So let me give you a quick tour right from the beginning. So up my water stream, you guys have seen this before. I have a bunch of stuff happening. Down here, I have my villager breeder, but up here, let me just bounce up here a little bit. I know you guys have seen this. I did this on a live stream. I have a villager doing carrots and a villager doing potatoes, and these guys are just harvesting away. And all of those harvests were just being stored down here in a couple chests. But I've now added a couple hoppers to these chests, so now anytime anything gets harvested, it just flows all the way down this whole line, and now I was hoping it would actually happen. Follow this hopper line right over here. Hoppers, 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 all the way down to a dropper. So we have an automatic dropper right here, which is basically just shooting items down any of the carrots or potatoes right down, and they land on those hoppers. And that's a whole section in itself as well. So right down here, we now have an automated pumpkin farm. And melon farm. You can't really see the melons and the pumpkins, but believe me, there are alternating rows of melons and pumpkins down here. I just have the whole thing surrounded by jack-o'-lanterns to keep the light level up and to give it something visually interesting from the outside as well. And those things are being picked up by hopper minecart. I have a hopper minecart going around underneath that entire thing down there. And when the hopper minecart comes back, it will hypothetically have picked up a bunch of pumpkins and melons, and then it comes back. It should be actually any second now because it doesn't take that long to go all the way around. You can see it just ending its little trek here, and it comes here. And then I check, and you can see drain, 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 drain. And as it drains, there's another automatic dropper underneath the floor here that you can't quite see. But the carrots, the potatoes are all coming down. They're being fed also into that automatic dropper. So carrots, potatoes, pumpkins, melons, all being fed to the same dropper. And then if we go back to the main part of the area here, you can see we've got an ice and water stream there. So those carrots, potatoes, pumpkins, melons all get carried along water streams on top of this ice, fall down this shaft and end up sitting here where they despawn. No, just kidding. There is a lot of stuff that gets harvested out of this farm, but usually it's not so much that it overloads. So, you know, once in a while, I might have to fix this at some point. Maybe there is more than I thought there was. I actually had no idea it was that bad. But I do have a chest here that I can just fill this stuff back in as well. So hopefully this stuff will slowly make its way back down here and I won't end up overflowing my system. I have got automatic sorters, as you can see, and all of the automatic sorters are filling these chests right here. So I've got 2 slots for melon slices, and looks like I'm overflowing there. We've got melons that are crafted melons. Unfortunately, there's no way to auto-craft these things. We've got pumpkins. Oh, man. Am I overflowing everything? Yeah, carrots, potatoes, these guys, which there's very few of these come through, but I do need to filter them. I mentioned this before. You can't compost these things, so they would clog up my filter. And then I have this last chest, which is supposed to be reserved for the overflow, which will all get composted. And of course, I've completely forgotten to put that final hopper in there, which is why the system is completely backed up. So let me get a hopper in there and fix that. And right there. That should do it. Now all of the goodness that's in this chest should filter down and start producing some bone meal, which should be kind of cool. I do need to spend some time actually crafting up all of this stuff. This is a bit of a pain because, like I said, it is a manual thing. You've got to take all of your melon slices and craft them into melons. But it usually doesn't take that long when you actually get going at it. You can see, you know, this is only from like 2 or 3 sessions of just constantly doing this. What I usually do, I have this chest right here. I usually empty my entire inventory, just drop all of this stuff in here so that I don't have to worry about other things clogging up my inventory. I guess the melon would be good to actually have. Then I grab all of the slices of melon, fill up my inventory, and then shift, click, shift, click, shift, click, and shift, click, and that is another full set of melons. I just saw a message from Total Thomas Man on our Gilded server saying that he is now selling golden carrots at the Amethyst Barn. So I thought I would pop into the Amethyst Barn over here if I can get around this lamp and just see how that is going. Boonk, right through the door, and still selling ink, amethyst. There we go. 1 diamond for 4. Holy moly! 1 diamond for 4 stacks. That is really cheap. Like that's, I mean, I remember him saying a couple of weeks ago that he was going to be selling products for 3 times cheaper than Power Ink, but that's actually 4 times cheaper than Power Ink. That's, you know what? Honestly, that might be an unfairly competitive pricing. That's interesting. Well, let's see how he's doing. Just check in. Oh, yep, he's definitely sold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 diamonds for 24 stacks. And apparently he can't math either because you fit 27 stacks, not 28. So you can't make your last diamond. But still, he is basically sold out of golden carrots here. So people are absolutely, definitely buying these. Huh. I wonder how Paul's doing. Maybe we should just check and make sure he's okay. Paul, wait, what's this? Paul's Pies closed, out of business? Amethyst Barn has unfair pricing? Paul, his stock's all gone. His pricing's gone. Oh no! Paul's closed shop. Well, I guess that's what happens when you have unfair pricing on the server. You damage small business. This is why people don't like, big companies coming to small towns. They undercut all the prices, and mom and pop shops are no longer around. So I am sorry to say that even my best efforts with Paul, giving him a grant, supplying him with inventory off the bat, just couldn't make ends meet for Paul the Pie Man. And let's just check our stock. Yep, as I suspected, nobody is buying golden carrots at 1 stack for 1 diamond from Power Incorporated anymore. And on that somber and unfortunate note, this is where I am going to have to end this episode. I hope you guys did enjoy this episode, despite the kind of, sad content. And I do hope you continue to support big business and small business alike, as long as they don't engage in shady business practices like undercutting everybody. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you want to see more great content like this. I look forward to seeing you again in the next episode.